You're listening to the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network, home of the #1 sports talk show on the planet, The Doug Stewart Show.
This is a revolution in radio, the realest, trillest sports talk show in America, The Doug Stewart Show.
Broadcasting live Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to noon Eastern Time, exclusively on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network.
This is sports talk for the people.
Follow Stewart Media and Entertainment right now on Facebook to stay connected and locked in for upcoming events like the Couples and Cocktail Series, viewing parties, and much, much more. Up next, get ready to ride raw with the Doug Stewart Show.
This is sports talk with hot sauce, Texas Pete hot sauce, the Doug Stewart Show.
Exclusively on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network.
Yes! Fantasy sports fans are winning huge cash prizes every day at DraftKings.com, America's favorite place to play daily fantasy sports. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Just pick your sport and draft your team. It's like a new season every time you play, so you're never stuck with the same players. Last year, $300 million were won at DraftKings.com, and you could be next to win big. Go to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code STEW to play for free. That's STEW for free entry now at DraftKings.com. Also, if you use promo code STEW, DraftKings will match your initial deposit up to $600. Deposit $600, play with $1,200. DraftKings.com, promo code STEW. This your boy Doug Stewart for my folks at System 5 Electronics. They're proud to offer my listeners here in the Metro Atlanta area all the way down to Macon, Georgia, the most affordable home security monitoring systems, featuring smart solutions for that busy lifestyle you lead for as low as $16.50 per month. Here's some of the reasons why you should choose System 5.
Hi, I'm Maceo Brown, President and CEO of System 5 Electronics. We take pride in making sure that security is the #1 thing that we do. And thanks to you, the customer that has supported us, we have grown this company in Southwest Atlanta where we're creating jobs and opportunities.
Not only is their monitoring station here in Atlanta, but they also install the most advanced, up-to-date alarm systems where you can access cameras, lights, door locks, thermostats, and other devices remotely with your smartphone. 24/7 technical support, plus the lowest service call fees in the business. And check this, you own the security alarm system once it's installed. And you get direct access to the owner if you ever got a problem, Mr. Maceo Brown. Click on the banner on the Doug Stewart Show website or app for more details, or give them a call at 404-756-0736. Again, that's 404-756-0736, or online at System5ElectronicsInc.com. That's System5ElectronicsInc.com.
You will not be able to lose yourself on Skag and skip out for beer during commercials because the revolution will not be televised.
Do you want that real sports talk? Unfiltered, unsanitized? Well, you have found it. This is a revolution in radio. The realest, trillest sports talk show in America. The Doug Stewart Show. This is sports talk for the people. Yeah! What's happening? Yay! Yeah, thank you so much for joining your boy on the Doug Stewart Show. I really do appreciate it. The number to the show is 404-382-0338. Ow! You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Today's date is March 31st, 2015. Out with the old, in with the new. April is right around the corner. And, yeah, we're going to get into a lot of little interesting little sports stories today on the Doug Stewart Show. Let's see what we're going to talk about. Atlanta Falcons, man, taking it on the chin. Chris Mullin takes the leap. Nick Saban protects his investment, as well as a couple other little stories in the world of sports. We've got a nice top 5 for you, but the way to be really interactive, I gave you the number And I gave you a way to email me. That's 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedugstewartshow.com. But the way to go, if you're a new listener to the Doug Stewart Show, the way to go is with the chat. Yes! Yeah. Most of you are listening to the show on Spreaker.com. So Spreaker has this little thing where you can actually jump in this room for the Doug Stewart Show and chat. And then we can see all of the people chatting. Like, we got people already in the chat room right now. Juan Cruz, Ronald Cameron, Sluggo, That Ninja, Jungle Brother, Rel Scott, Sluggo. Thank you so much for making the Doug Stewart Show totally interactive. Yes! Yes, 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 yes. Yeah. So do that, as well as download the Doug Stewart Show app from the App Store. Once again, we've been doing a lot of new marketing, spending some money on the marketing side of things for this business, Stewart Media and Entertainment, and the Doug Stewart Show, spending some money for that. And so we got a lot of new listeners. And if you're a new listener, that's right, it's your boy, Doug Stewart, one half of the Two Live Stews. My brother Ryan is retired. And so we do this every day, Monday through Friday. New time today. Started yesterday at 10 a.m. all the way to 12 p.m. Eastern time, 2 hours right now. And we have fun. We talk sports. We keep it real. We keep it trio, unfiltered. We have a no puppet zone area. Yes, sir. No puppet zone. This is not a puppet zone, man. This is a puppet zone-free area on the Doug Stewart Show. All right, so let's see. Tight to Death Tuesday. I told you a couple of things we're going to get into. Nick Saban's in the news once again as well. Some Final Four talk for college, women's college basketball. We never, ever do that. New York Knicks talk a little bit as well. Some guys jumping to the NBA. We'll do all of that. And today also we're going to do, we got a top five, a great top five. Today's top five is the second top five sitcoms of the 70s. All right, now just roll with me here. And the reason I call this, and I dubbed this top five, the second top five sitcoms of the 70s, is because the 70s were the heyday of sitcoms. I mean, the best sitcoms ever occurred in the 70s. Now, I think we've actually talked about this before, and I think I gave my top five sitcoms of all times, and most of them were from the 70s. And so those shows consisted of, like Sanford and Son and Good Times and What's Happening, and shows like that, The Jeffersons. And so those are my top five. But I got a second top five, if I had a second top five, which I'm going to give you today. And those are the ones that we're going to talk about today. And it's all in honor of Gabe Kaplan. You know who Gabe Kaplan was, right? Gabe Kaplan was Mr. Carter, Mr. Carter. Yeah, from Welcome Back, Carter. And so today's his birthday, and he turns 70 years old today. And so in honor of that, we're talking about the second top five sitcoms of the 70s. We're going to have some fun with that. Last night as well, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, my wife was watching, and I stopped watching it after the first episode. I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. That Dancing with the Stars. So my wife had Dancing with the Stars on. And you know who else was on that show that was very prominent in the 70s? Suzanne Summers. Okay? And if you watch Dancing with the Stars, and you've been keeping up with this, I watched it the first week, didn't watch it the second week. I think this is the third week. And so I walked by and I sat down for a second, and Suzanne Summers out there dancing. And let me just say this, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, and Three's Company might be one of the second top five sitcoms of the 70s on my list. I absolutely love Three's Company. And once again, this happens every single day because it kind of hits me, where it hurts when I start to realize that I'm actually getting old. But Suzanne Summers looks bad. She looks horrible. I mean, she got one of them turkey necks that you get when you turn about 45, 50 years old. And, she looks like leather, and I can't tell. And God bless her. And God bless her. Don't get this wrong. I love the great Suzanne Summers. I love her. She was, like one of those sex symbols of the 70s and of the early 80s. But Suzanne Summers looks like she's 99 years old. Now, we looked it up, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, and Tree jumps on the microphone here. I guess she's going to confirm or deny what I'm saying. But she looks like every bit of 100 years old.
She's 68. And, okay, so I watched Dancing with the Stars.
Did that not jump out at you how old she looks? And around her neck and her chin, she got to get that pulled back. And now I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of plastic surgery and all of that type of stuff. Be you. But she's in Hollywood, okay? And I think it's acceptable for her to get all of that turkey meat pulled back under her chin. I think she got to do that.
She's 68 years old. And so she's 68 and Miss Patty is 70. And in comparison, either they need to exchange doctor numbers. I'm not sure.
Right. And now Patti LaBelle, she looks like an older lady. She's kind of filled up around, the areas where you like to not have a lot of excess fat. But Patti LaBelle in the face, she looks youthful. She's a youthful 70-year-old Patti LaBelle. Chrissy from Three's Company, she looked every bit of 100. I mean, every bit of 100 around her neck. I mean, did you notice this, Tree? Did you notice around her neck?
I did. I was really focused around her mouth area, just in the cheeks. It's a lot of silicone.
She got one of them old lady mouths as well.
Yeah.
And I did say mouth. I did say Low Country for mouth is mouth. She got one of those, like, you can see, like, the little wrinkles around her lips and stuff like that, like she pulls out her dentures after the show.
It was disturbing.
Yes!
Are we talking about lips right now? Can I just say one thing?
Okay, wait a minute. That didn't sound right. Wait a minute.
No.
Back up, Miss Ride It Raw. I mean,
no,
be careful.
Wait, for real, though.
Okay.
Michael Sam's mouth.
Oh.
Is also disturbing. I just had to get that out because you brought up lips. Or maybe I did. But yeah, Suzanne Summer, Chrissy.
Hey, and Michael Sam, did you see the one little part, Tree, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, did you see the one little part? I don't know if I think they were kind of evaluating somebody's performance. And like all of the guy dancers were standing behind them with their shirts off. Like, what was that all about? You know what I'm talking about?
I did. I saw that. It was when Patty came.
And Michael Sam's back there, like, trying to pop his pecs, and it's just not good.
He's doing too much. He is annoying on so many levels. I feel like he's like a 12-year-old angry person.
He is doing too much. Michael Sam is doing too much.
He's going to out some people, I believe.
You think so?
They're going to have to give it to him.
You think so?
Yeah, they're going to have to. If he doesn't win, expect a full-on Target store style white child tantrum.
I cannot wait. I hope he outs everybody in the NFL. That would be great. That'd be great for our show, for our business. Michael Sam outing every gay person that he knows. I mean, why not? That's what he's going to say to himself. Why not? Because clearly this dude is trying to stay relevant and in the public's eye. And I can see that. That would be great. You talking about a great day in sports talk radio history? The day after Michael Sam's outs like 12, 13 dudes from the league. A couple of Pro Bowlers. That'd be great. That'd be fantastic. Why not? Let's talk about it. We're progressive. It's 2015. Yeah. Go ahead. All right, when we get back from the break, man, the title of today's show, man, is Hernandez's girl is on that Sherm. She got to be on that Sherm, man. We're going to talk about it when we get back from the break. Don't go away, the Doug Stewart Show. System 5 Electronics is proud to offer my listeners in the Atlanta area the most affordable home security monitoring systems, featuring smart solutions for your busy lifestyle for as low as $16.50 per month. Here's just a few reasons to choose System 5. Not only is their monitoring station located here in Atlanta, but they also install the most advanced, up-to-date alarm systems where you can access cameras, lights, door locks, thermostats, and other devices remotely with your smartphone. 24/7 technical support, plus the lowest service call fees in the business. And check this, you own your security alarm system once it's installed. Not only have they been around for almost 25 years, but their customer service is excellent. And you get direct access to the owner, Mr. Maceo Brown, to resolve any issues with your alarm system. Click on the banner on the Doug Stewart Show website or app for more details, or give them a call at 404-756-0736. Again, that's 404-756-0736. And make sure and tell them the Doug Stewart Show sent you. Yes! Fantasy sports fans are winning huge cash prizes every day at DraftKings.com, America's favorite place to play daily fantasy sports. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Just pick your sport and draft your team. It's like a new season every time you play, so you're never stuck with the same players. Last year, $300 million were won at DraftKings.com, and you could be next to win big. Go to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code STU to play for free. That's STU for free entry now at DraftKings.com. Also, if you use promo code STU, DraftKings will match your initial deposit up to $600. Deposit $600, play with $1,200. DraftKings.com, promo code STU. This is your folk, Doug Stewart. Want to protect you and your family from life's unexpected mishaps? Then join 7. Join 7 is a prepaid legal company under the umbrella of the Protection Group. Join 7 is the only group benefit or motor club in the U.S. that offers auto reimbursement coverage, key replacement coverage, roadside assistance, gives you a current Medi-File, prescription savings, and fully encompassed prepaid legal benefits that include identity theft. They got you back. The average combined cost to purchase these benefits individually is over $850 a year. Join today and take advantage of all 7 for $17 a month. They've been around for over 20 years, so check them out by clicking on the banner link on my page, thedougstewartshow.com, or the app. Just go ahead and join 7. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. This is a Tight to Death Tuesday. And talking about the top 5, or the second tier of top 5 sitcoms of the 70s in honor of Gabe Kaplan, whose birthday is today. And Mr. Carter is 70 years old today, so happy birthday to Gabe Kaplan. Speaking of 70s sitcom, this is an honorable mention. Rhea Perlman. You know who Rhea Perlman was, right? She played, what was her name on Cheers? She played Carla. That's right. She played the character Carla on Cheers, which is another great 70s sitcom. And that might even have been early 80s as far as sitcoms with Rhea Perlman on Cheers. So she's 67 years old today. Happy birthday to her. And Christopher Walken. You know who Christopher Walken was, right? I mean, he's the great Frank White. Frank White from the King of New York movie fame. I mean, he's been in a ton of stuff, though, but Christopher Walken is 72 years old today. And if you, you do get that reference, right? You remember Biggie used to call himself King of New York, and he used to call himself Frank White. So King of New York was the movie, and Christopher Walken played a guy named Frank White, and so that's where Biggie got that from. So he's 72 years old today. 404-382-0338. You can also email me at Doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Coming in at number 5 on my list of top, or the second tier, or the second top 5 sitcoms of the 1970s. Coming in at number 5 on my list is The Great Laverne and Shirley. Yes, sir! And the guy that played Lenny, who's now, and I didn't even realize this, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. A couple of days ago, the guy, and I'm sorry I don't have his name, but the guy that played Lenny, you remember Lenny and Squiggy on Laverne and Shirley if you're in my age bracket. The guy that played Lenny, he actually stars now as Saul's dad on You Better Call Saul. Or not Saul's dad, I'm sorry, Saul's brother. Very eccentric character, plays an attorney on You Better Call Saul. And his birthday was actually a couple of days ago, but a ton of great characters on that TV show, man. Real fun TV show. Fantastic. I mean, legendary sitcom. You talk about Laverne, Shirley, Lenny Squiggy, the Big Ragu, Cormine, Laverne's dad. So Laverne and Shirley, man, I always got great laughs from that, man. Who knew working at a brewery in Wisconsin could make for a good TV show? So Laverne and Shirley comes in at number 5 on my list of top 5 second-tier sitcoms from the 70s. 404-382-0338. I know y'all have heard this story about Aaron Hernandez's girl. Okay, unbelievable, man. I mean, just unbelievable. Shayana, that's her name. I'm sorry, Shayana Jenkins. In effect, let me just give you the nutshell of what's happening. You know, she's testifying in this Aaron Hernandez murder trial. Hernandez killed Olden Lloyd, which ironically, a lot of times they don't talk about this part of the story, was Shayana Jenkins' sister's boyfriend. Okay? Yeah. He killed the guy. In effect, they're saying is because he had some type of petty disagreement with him, and he killed the guy. Among a couple other guys who we'll talk about at another date. But she testified saying that Hernandez called her right when this whole thing had just started off and was going on the first couple of days, called her and in effect told her to go to the basement and get this box, the box that weighed approximately 35 to 40 pounds per her, to discard this box. She says she goes to get this box. She never looks inside of this box, all right, and takes this box to somewhere where she doesn't remember and discards it. Now, two things, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. I think if the prosecution had a shaky case before, I don't think they do now, because this is absolute BS. First of all, you're going to have us to believe, Shayana Jenkins, you're going to have us to believe that you, a black woman, didn't look inside of this damn box. That's a lie. And then the second big part of this whole thing is you. Come on, Tree. Come on, Tree. What black woman you know in America is going to be told to do something nefarious sounding like that and not take a peek inside the damn box?
You better stop.
You stop. You stop. And
that
the second,
is Tasha.
And
okay, she is an example of Tasha from Power.
We're not talking about Tasha. We're not talking about Tasha. We're talking about Shayana. And the second thing Shayana's going to have us to believe is that you took this box that you didn't look in, and you being a black woman, you took this box and don't know where you dumped it at? You discarded this secret box and don't know where? Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on. And then she kind of tried to allude, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. This is unbelievable. She tried to allude that the box kind of had weed in it. I mean, that's the reference she kind of made, is that in this box, it had this smell, kind of smelled like weed, and Hernandez's lawyers kind of alluded earlier of what was in the box. Probably it was a lot of marijuana. Ain't 35 to 40 pounds of marijuana in no damn box. And they also have Aaron Hernandez on the videos going downstairs at the night of the murder and coming back out, without some of the objects that he took inside this basement. And it's circumstantial evidence. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. And a while back, I actually thought Aaron Hernandez had a chance with a high-priced lawyer and without any evidence, because obviously the evidence has been destroyed. I thought that there was a chance that he might beat this thing. And anything's still possible, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. But this circumstantial evidence and all the details we know about it are just so overwhelmingly big that I don't think dude's going anywhere. I don't think he's going to beat this. I just don't see that. And with this testimony right now from this girl, and I don't understand this girl. And another thing about black women, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, and I'm an expert on black women. Another thing about black women, too. From all of the black women that I know, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, which this is very incredible to me. All of the black women I know, and I've had this conversation about, about this Aaron Hernandez trial, and what do you think that his girlfriend's going to do when she testifies, this, that, and the other. Everybody that I talk to, and I kind of get the feeling from talking to black women that they ain't trying to do no time for nobody. Yes. Now, she's got immunity in this thing, and she actually negotiated that. So I guess in her mind, she is going to take care of her man. Love is blind. Obviously, the dude was paid. She lives a comfortable lifestyle right now, so I guess maybe that plays into it. I don't know. But I find it hard to believe that she would lie for this dude with something so serious. Unbelievable. It's just all nonchalant, and I don't know nothing, and I don't know this. I don't know what was. You don't know? Huh? As much as black women break the codes to cell phones, you talk about you didn't look in the damn box? Come on, man. Come on. She must have been on some of that 35 pounds of weed. She didn't look in the box. She doesn't remember where she took this box to. She don't know where she threw it. Huh? That's so unbelievable. That might be the most unbelievable thing that I have ever heard in my lifetime. Unbelievable. And the studio audience agrees with me. It's absolutely unbelievable. What are your thoughts on this, man? Do you think that maybe she's telling the truth? Do you think that Aaron Hernandez is going to beat this thing possibly? Do you think that Aaron Hernandez is going to beat this thing? Hell to the no. What are your thoughts on this, man? 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. I'm going to read a lot of your chat in the next segment. Get some of your thoughts on some of the things that we've already talked about. We already talked about Suzanne Summers. We already talked about Aaron Hernandez and his lying-ass girlfriend. We done talked about a lot of stuff just in this first two segments of the show. So I'll get your thoughts on that. I'll read a lot of your chat. And what we do on this show, if you're new to the Doug Stewart Show, is we read a lot of chat. It's as simple as that. We read a lot of chat because I really appreciate and want to reward the loyal listeners, the Stewies, the dogs, and the poodles. I want to reward them by making them part of the show. So when we get back from the break, I'll read some of your chat. We'll talk about my number 4 second top 5 sitcoms of the 1970s. And we'll continue to have fun, man. What are your thoughts? Is Shayla Jenkins lying? Or Shanae? Or Shanana? Or whatever the hell her name is. Shayana. Is she lying? Is she lying? Also, when we get back from the break, man, I want to talk a little Atlanta sports. Falcons in the news, not for a good thing. As well as a kid goes to get his money. We'll talk about all that up next on the Doug Stewart Show. Don't go away. Fantasy sports fans are winning huge cash prizes every day at DraftKings.com. America's favorite place to play daily fantasy sports. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Just pick your sport and draft your team. It's like a new season every time you play, so you're never stuck with the same players. Last year, $300 million were won at DraftKings.com, and you could be next to win big. Go to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code STU to play for free. That's Stu for free entry now at DraftKings.com. Also, if you use promo code STU, DraftKings will match your initial deposit up to $600. Deposit $600, play with $1,200. DraftKings.com, promo code STU.
The Doug Stewart Show.
The place where the real players play.
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service.
The Doug Stewart Show.
That's a brand name. Like Pepsi, that's a brand name. I stand behind it. I guarantee it.
The Doug Stewart Show.
If you ain't stewing, what the hell are you doing? Yeah! What is 911 Tax Relief? It's a tax relief company that can help you reduce or remove your IRS or state tax debt. They'll help stop bank levies and wage garnishments by implementing offers and compromise or penalty abatements. 911 Tax Relief is a tax relief company, but they're different from the others. Their experts are licensed, enrolled tax agents, and they also have more than 12 years' experience helping people solve their tax problems. They're a tax relief company that understands how the IRS works, and they'll also put that knowledge to work for you. So they can get you the best possible settlement or solution to your tax problems. Highly rated by the Better Business Bureau, and they've helped thousands of people solve their tax problems. So don't play around. Click on their link on my website and let 911 Tax Relief help you in your situation with Uncle Sam. If you're not still in what the hell are you doing, this is the Doug Stewart Show. Tight to Death Tuesday. Second top 5 sitcoms of the 70s. Aaron Hernandez's girlfriend, lying ass. Shanae Jenkins. And Tree, jump on the mic here for a second, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show.
Yes, sir.
Tree, listen, we always, and I've always said in doing radio over the last decade, you know, whether it hurts some people's feelings or not, I'm going to give you a real opinion, and this is the Keep It Real show. You know good and damn well, ain't no black woman. And the reason I'm talking black women, because I'm kind of like an expert in black women. I can't talk about anybody else. But you know good and well, Tree, no black woman in this country is going to be told to go into a box with all the circumstances surrounding it, get the box, and not look into said box. Are you going to come on here this morning and say that it's possible that she did not look into this damn box?
I most certainly am, and you need to stop putting that label on black women. If you say women in general, I might roll with you, but nah.
Okay, all right.
Don't just put it on black women.
If it makes you feel better, let me tell you this: women in general, okay, can't hold water, but black women in general definitely can't hold water.
You're gonna be an expert
as much
as
much as y'all experts at breaking into cell phones to try to find out secrets, breaking the codes, breaking lock phones. She damn sure looked in that box, Tree. And you know it. And we need to keep it real around here. We need to keep it real. I need an honest opinion from the voice of a woman on the Doug Stewart Show, Tree.
Well, have one call because I gave you my opinion.
All right, thank you. All right, enough. 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. As expected, the Atlanta Falcons have been fined $350,000 by the NFL and are going to forfeit a 2016 draft pick for playing crowd noise into the Georgia Dome over the last 2 seasons. Now, you know the Falcons were pretty bad over the last couple of years. But did it get this bad? Did it get this bad? We had to play this crowd music, the crowd noise or whatever it was. Unbelievable. $350,000, even for Arthur Blank, is a lot of money. So kind of shocked at how big the fine was. And I guess it's all about fairness and competitiveness that they always talk about. And the 5th round draft pick, and it's in effect going to be whatever pick. If they have more than one pick in the 5th round, they'll get the higher pick taken away. So that's big. That's big. So not in this year's NFL draft, but next year's NFL draft, the Falcons are going to lose a 5th round draft pick. 5th round draft picks have gone on to be Hall of Famers, NFL Hall of Famers. So that's really big. And also in Atlanta news, man, R.J. Hunter, son of a head coach, Ron Hunter for Georgia State, the Georgia State Panthers, big story in the NCAA tournament this year after their first round win over Baylor. RJ's going to the pros, man, so congratulations to him. And they're comparing him. I read a couple of different, websites, publications. They're comparing him. The scouts are comparing him to Klay Thompson. I don't know if that has anything to do with the fact that they're both real light-skinned in it or whatever. I don't know. I have no idea. But they're saying they're great shooters. I kind of get that as well. But I don't think he's as good as Klay Thompson coming out of college. I think Klay Thompson, and I really don't know, to be honest with you, to keep it real. Because, let's be honest, we don't get to watch a lot of Georgia State basketball. They aren't on the TV like every other night. So from what I've seen of the kid, looks like a shooter. He only shot 31% behind the three-point line this year, though. I guess scouts are thinking he could get better. He's a guy that can shoot the deep three. We've seen examples of that as well. But I don't know if Klay Thompson, and I guess maybe it is the most accurate description. We always kind of compare guys to players they kind of look like or kind of resemble. And so I guess where that comparison for R.J. Hunter and Klay Thompson is coming from. So good luck to the young man. Great story, obviously. Put Georgia State on the map, I really do believe, in leaving them in good standings. And I think that Georgia State's brand now is actually somewhat on the national scene. And I've said it many, many times before. And if you listen to the Doug Stewart Show, I think Georgia State could be one of those type programs that could be one of the top echelon college basketball programs in the country. I do. Now, it'll never get on the level of, Kansas or North Carolina or Duke or anything like that. But as far as Butler or, one of those schools like that or Gonzaga or something like that, I could see that. I could really see that happening. So congratulations to C.J. Hunter, man, and going, or R.J. Hunter and going to the NBA. 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. You can also email me at Doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Let me read a couple of chat messages here on the Doug Stewart Show. From James, the Threes Company lady is taking the same meds as Dr. Phil's wife and Vivica A. Fox to give them energy. Yeah, I talked about Suzanne Summers earlier in saying that, she looks old as Methuselah. And if you don't know who Methuselah is, look him up. She looks old as Methuselah, but she moved very well. To be 68 years old, she moved very well last night. In a little portion of I saw of her dancing on Dancing with the Stars. KC, if Michael Sam's outdudes Dexter from the Showtime would be after him. Yeah. If you don't know what Dexter is, fantastic show. Dexter was the secret killer that killed a lot of people that did bad things, and so he was actually a hero. It's kind of interesting. From Vince Wright, is Atlanta still the darlings of the East? Answer, no. Atlanta got a win last night. Shut your mouth. Yeah. I think the darlings of the East. I think people believe. Hawks got a win over Milwaukee last night. I think people do believe, though, that out of the Eastern Conference, it's probably going to be the Cleveland Cavaliers. From Leon, Aaron Hernandez girl is a straight G code. Yeah. I guess you could put her in that classification. Leon, Aaron Hernandez's girl, or a kiss might go to hell. Why would the other player come out to Sam? I don't get that as well. Michael Sam said that other players have come to him, saying congratulations for being, this is the word they use a lot of times in this conversation, for being courageous, but they don't want to do it. And so that they kind of came to him in confidence, saying that they were gay, but in effect, keep it to yourself, bruh. I don't understand that at all. Scotty, Michael Sam is going to get Aaron Hernandez. Fred Mack, I'd rather watch a rerun of Lakers and Sixers than watch Dancing with the Stars, laugh out loud. I agree with you. Once again, I stopped watching after the first episode, and somebody told me, who was it? I think it was my wife that told me that she thought it would be good if I actually watch Dancing with the Stars, something that people are talking about, one of those big entertainment stories going on right now in this country. So I watched the first episode, couldn't watch the second episode. I just couldn't do it as well. So let's see. Scotty, Michael Sam does have a disturbing mouth. Somebody has knocked some of his teeth loose. Huh? What is that all about? What exactly is that all about?
Because I said when we were talking about lips, Michael Sam's mouth.
No, I understand that. I'm talking about the knocked his teeth out. What does that?
It does look like he had some dental situation on his bottom bridge.
Are y'all kind of tying in his mouth and making some type of relation to his lifestyle?
Absolutely not.
Is that what's going on here?
No, not today.
Okay. I got to go back and look at no, that doesn't sound right. I was going to say I got to go back and look at his mouth. That doesn't sound right. From CDC whistleblower, Yeah, I need you to blow the whistle if you work at the CDC, bro. It's something I need to know. I mean, seriously. Yeah, it's something I need to know. I need to know it. From CDC whistleblower. Leave Chrissy alone. Sluggo, damn, sounds like she needs a face tug. Vince Wright. Patty is at least nice. They need to stop bringing the old folk on. Quasicoto Haduchi. I think I said that right. Yes. I've been calling him Q for the last couple of weeks. Quasitico Haduchu. Martha Stewart looks good for 70. Scotty, hey, Doug, I know we aren't talking Sanford and Son today, but did you know Esther and Donna were sisters in real life and Red Fox and Bubba were best friends for real off the camera? Yes, I did. Yes. Now, I got to be honest with you. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. We talked about Sanford and Son a couple of weeks ago. And for some reason, what was the reason we were talking about it? Maybe it was the top 5 sitcoms. It might have been when we were talking about what's happening. And Raj and what's his name? Dwayne from What's Happening when it was his birthday. So I looked up Sanford and Son. And that was one of the things that they talked about. And I pride myself on being a Sanford and Son aficionado. And that was like one fact that I did not know. I knew the fact about his relationship with Bubba and Leroy and Skillet. Like, these are all people that he had worked with on his comedy circuit. I knew that Esther was like from his hometown, whatever her real name was. I knew she was from St. Louis. And it said there on the story, on the Wikipedia page or whatever it was, that Donna and Esther were actually real-life sisters. I did not know that. Yes. But I would have never guessed that. And I guess if you look at them real close with a magnifying glass, you can kind of see some resemblance. And maybe Donna looked like her daddy and Esther looked like their mama. I don't know. But yes, I found that very intriguing that Esther and Donna are actually sisters in real life. Al the Bandit Chrissy was all that back in the day, though. Them gym shorts and no bra back in the day made me feel funny. Yeah. Oh, Chrissy was fine as white wine back in the day. No pun intended. Fred Mack. If they would just age gracefully, people would look at them differently. But they get all these facelifts and Botox, etc., and make them look hella crazy in old age. Joan Rivers old. Yeah, I said that to my wife last night as well. I was like, damn, Chrissy looked like Joan Rivers. Like, really, really, really bad. Really bad. Bless her heart. I'm really not trying to throw shade, but this is just for conversation. But she looks old. I mean, she looks old as hell. Thorny Switch. Damn, Doug, she looks like leather. Laugh out loud. She does. She looks like some cowhide. Vince Wright. Suzanne is almost 70, Doug. Come on, son. Man, I'm telling you. Okay? Look at, I don't know, Angela Bassett. Angela Bassett don't look nothing like that. Okay? Angela Bassett damn near 70. She got to be in her 60s, maybe early 60s. I mean, Angela Bassett don't project to look like that. No. Jungle Brother, BPA to any dude watching Dancing with the Stars by themselves. I agree with that. Once again, I was not watching it by myself. I walked in on my wife watching it, and I sat down to have some husband-wife time. There's a huge difference. I was not watching Dancing with the Stars by myself. Let's get it together. All right, when we get back from the break, man, Chris Mullen, he's going to take the plunge, man. He's going to take the plunge. We'll talk a little bit about it. I'll read more of your chat. Don't go away. This is the Doug Stewart Show. What is 911 Tax Relief? It's a tax relief company that can help you reduce or remove your IRS or state tax debt. They'll help stop bank levies and wage garnishments by implementing offers and compromise or penalty abatements. 911 Tax Relief is a tax relief company, but they're different from the others. Their experts are licensed, enrolled tax agents, and they also have more than 12 years' experience helping people solve their tax problems. They're a tax relief company that understands how the IRS works, and they'll also put that knowledge to work for you, so they can get you the best possible settlement or solution to your tax problems. Highly rated by the Better Business Bureau And they've helped thousands of people solve their tax problems. So don't play around. Click on their link on my website and let 911 Tax Relief help you in your situation with Uncle Sam.
The best of the Doug Stewart Show.
So I'm probably 6. So Jesse Bryant rolls by, and I remember it like it was yesterday. He rolls by in his truck, and for some reason, something in my mind says, pick up a rock and throw it at Jesse. And I hit his truck. And not only did I hit his truck, it was a damn good throw and aim because it hit his windshield. And it cracked his windshield. So he stops and jumps out of the truck. I don't think anybody saw me, but he jumps out and, Isaac, so your grandson hit my truck with a rock. They had a little conversation. I'm like, oh man, this is bad. And sure enough, my grandfather walks up and sees this nick on the windshield. And Jesse rolls away, and I know I'm in trouble. My daddy not around, my mother not around, and my grandfather reaches down, and this is God is my witness. Strike me down right here. My grandfather reaches down and pulls off a branch from a rose bush. Yes, just drags his arm and pulls off the leaves. Thorns are still applied to said switch. You get your ass whipped with a switch is bad enough, but a thorny switch? Oh my gosh. So he commences to busting my ass with a thorny switch. Yes. And you know I was marked up from head to toe. Now, that's probably child abuse. Not saying that what Adrian Peterson didn't do was child abuse either, but that was child abuse. That's a deadly weapon. And this is no lie. You're listening to The Doug Stewart Show.
Fantasy sports fans are winning huge cash prizes every day at DraftKings.com. America's favorite place to play daily fantasy sports. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Just pick your sport and draft your team. It's like a new season every time you play. So, you're never stuck with the same players. Last year, $300 million were won at DraftKings.com, and you could be next to win big. Go to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code STU to play for free. That's STU for free entry now at DraftKings.com. Also, if you use promo code STU, DraftKings will match your initial deposit up to $600. Deposit $600, play with $1,200. DraftKings.com, promo code STU. If you're not doing, what the hell are you doing? This is the Doug Stewart Show. March 31st, 2015, talking about the second top 5 sitcoms of the 70s in honor of Gabe Kaplan's birthday today. Talking about these sports as well. This segment is brought to you by System 5 Electronics. They're proud to offer my listeners in the Atlanta area the most affordable home security monitoring systems featuring smart solutions for your busy lifestyle, man. They've got all the newest technology as far as your alarm systems. When they install your alarm system as well, you own it for life. I mean, even if you do have a problem with them, but I doubt you will, it's yours for life. They're not going to come and rip it off the wall, all right? So give them a call at 404-756-0736. Again, that's 404-756-0736. Or check them out online at System 5, that's 5, the number 5, electronicsinc.com. And if you've ever got a problem with your security alarm system, you can call up there and ask to speak to the owner of the company. And, you know, you just can't do that everywhere. You just can't call a company and say, hey, let me speak to the owner because I need some real customer service here. You know, they'll let you speak to one of the guys that answer the phone, or they'll let you speak to, you know, a peon or somebody like that. No disrespect to the people that work under the owner there. But you can talk to the boss. You can actually talk to the boss. You can actually talk to Macy O'Brown. That's his name. That's the owner. Yes, sir. So check them out online at System5electronicsinc.com. We're also doing the second top 5 sitcoms of the 70s. Number 5 on my list was Laverne and Shirley. These are my personal favorites, and I ranked them in order. Number 5 on my list was Laverne and Shirley. Number 4 on my list is Welcome Back, Carter. Welcome back. Up your nose with a rubber hose, Mr. Carter. Horseshack, Vinny Barbarino, Barbarino, Freddie Washington. Who else? Juan. Just a fantastic show, man. Great concept, I thought. The principal was funny as hell. I can't remember his name right now. Mr. Carter was funny. Mr. Carter was kind of like an up-and-coming comedian. And that's what they did back then. That's what they still technically do now, too. Mr. Carter was an up-and-coming comedian, a stand-up comedian. Jimmy Walker was a stand-up comedian back during those days as well. So you remember at the end of Welcome Back, Kotter, he used to always tell this joke to his wife. Great show, man. Fantastic show. Really spurned the career of Vinny Barbarino, which is, what's his name? What's his real name? And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Damn, I'm drawing a blank. Vinny Barbarino's real name was Pulp Fiction. I'm drawing a blank right now. John Travolta. John Travolta really catapulted his career. John Travolta had this time period where he really wasn't doing a lot. He really wasn't out there a lot. And then kind of, and it's crazy, all these stories and things that we talked about on the Doug Stewart Show are kind of intertwining. But Quentin Tarantino kind of revitalized his career by putting him in Pulp Fiction. You do know that, right? Like John Travolta was on Welcome Back, Kotter, and then for like 15, 20 years, he didn't really do anything of note. And then he was cast on Pulp Fiction, and the rest is history. Yes, ma'am.
What are you talking? John Travolta was in Saturday Night Fever, Staying Alive.
That's right. Okay, well, I guess from that time period. I'm talking about late 70s. When did Pulp Fiction come out? Pulp Fiction probably didn't come out till, I'm going to guess, like 2000. So all of those movies, Saturday Night Live, all of those movies where he was like this dancing guy or whatever in the clubs, those were late 70s. So you're talking about for like 20 years, once again, and I did forget about the movies that he had done, but you're talking late 70s for those movies, probably not until the early 2000s, really John Travolta hadn't done anything of note. So you're exactly right. I did forget about the movies that he did that were wildly popular. 404-382-0338. Oh, and I got to correct something as well, something else. Angela Bassett's actually 56 years old. I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
You don't stop with all this female bashing.
I don't believe that, but Tree says she's 56 years old. Yeah, I don't believe that.
She is.
Yeah. You think Angela Bassett's 56 years old?
She's definitely not 70. You just signed her up for Medicare.
Well, maybe 70 was a little bit far, but Angela Bassett's old. She looks great for her age, which I'm definitely believing is 65.
She's got a little bit of extra testosterone, I think. Kind of like Jamie Lee Curtis. Well, you know Jamie Lee Curtis is a hermaphrodite.
Stop that, Tree. You talking about me? You talking about me and all of this shade I'm throwing today or not throwing today? Stop with the urban legends. I've heard that before, that Jamie Lee Curtis is a hermaphrodite. That's not true. That's an urban legend.
It is true.
Shame on you, Tree. Where did that come from?
It's true.
She ain't no damn hermaphrodite.
Look at her body. She's got a lot of testosterone, too.
Do you remember, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, speaking of Jamie Lee Curtis, what movie was that? Trading Places? You remember Trading Places with Eddie Murphy?
Yes. No, A Fish Caught... Well, okay, yeah, Trading Places. She was in that, too.
Okay, in Trading Places, she took off her shirt. She got some nice tig old bitties. Or she did 30 years ago.
I'm not going to talk about that with you.
Because Trading Places was probably 30 years ago. But fellas listening to the Doug Stewart Show, they remember that. They remember Jamie Lee Curtis taking off her shirt with Dan Aykroyd in that room and showing her tickle bitties. We can do that. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. We can do a top 5 scenes where women took off their shirt and showed their tig old bitties.
Do it on Friday when I'm not here.
That scene in Trading Places with Jamie Lee Curtis took off her shirt, and she had a nice rack. She did. You remember the scene in Purple Rain where Apollonia, had to cleanse herself in the waters of Lake Minnetonka. Nice rack. So maybe we'll do that on Friday. You're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, 404-382-0338. You can also email me at Doug at the DougStewartShow.com. So Chris Mullin is going to take the head coaching job at St. John's. 51 years of age. St. John's really hadn't been anything to write home about. Really for the last, 30 years. They've had some little spots where they've been okay. They've had some very good players. But Chris Mullin's left St. John's in 85. Him and Mark Jackson and those guys, man. And St. John's really hadn't been relevant in that time period. So this is 2015. Chris Mullin's been in California for 30 years, played for the Golden State Warriors throughout his entire career. He's a California dude. He's been in California for 30 years. Even when he retired, he's been still living in California as a resident, doing a lot of TV stuff. Still, needs to be in California for a large degree. And I don't know how this is going to work, man. I mean, you can't always go home. That's what they say. You can't always go home. And when I think about Chris Mullin and going back to St. John's, I'm trying to figure, do young people understand the legend of Chris Mullins? Now, I'm pretty sure the young kids coming out today don't understand how big of a name Chris Mullins is as far as basketball. They'll probably be told by their parents, their uncles or whatever, that Chris Mullins was this great New York City basketball player, did great things for St. John's. And also another thing I don't know about, and I wonder about whenever I hear about programs like St. John's and Georgia Tech in particular, is why aren't they better? Like, why wouldn't kids want to go play in the city? I would think that would be an attractive thing to go and play for St. John's if you're from New York City. And, yeah, New York City does have a lot of great players. I would think that it'd be a great thing to go play for a program in the city where there's not a really relevant football team or as big as a football team as the basketball team. In Georgia Tech's example, football is still bigger, but Georgia Tech's basketball brand used to be fairly big. I would think it would be kind of attractive, but that's not been the case pretty much for the last 30 years for those two programs in particular. So very interesting to see if Chris Mullin can bring back basketball in a big way to St. John's. Let me grab a call. Caller, thanks for calling the Doug Stewart Show. What's your name? Where you calling from? What you want to talk about?
My name is Claire, and what is up with all this woman bashing?
There's no women bashing, but do you believe, and what exactly are you talking about first? Let me ask you that.
Well, where do I start? From Chrissy's mouth to, she could fill you in. I mean, she's been trying to keep you in line.
Did you see Chrissy Snow's turkey neck last night? Did you not see it? Do you think
I'm not the type of person that would watch that type of show.
Do you
Maybe
think
you are?
And first of all, what's your name?
I mean, it's really great that you're embracing it. I really commend you for that.
What's your name?
My name is Claire.
Claire, thank you for calling the show and thank you for listening. Have you heard this story about Aaron Hernandez's girlfriend saying she looked in a box, did not look into a box, discarded it, don't know where she discarded it?
Well, I come from an outlaw family, and our motto is no evidence.
Okay. Yeah, well, thank you, Claire. Claire, where are you listening from? Where are you at?
I'm calling from Oklahoma, and this is the first time I ever listened to your show. Thank you for having me on.
Well, thank you very much, Claire. Thank you, and pass the word. I mean, we don't always bash women around here, but sometimes we do. Sometimes we do keep it real.
Okay, if you say so.
Okay, thank you.
I really enjoyed your show.
Thank you, Claire. Thank you, Claire. Thank you. Claire called 404-382-0338. And C-Tree, you got the women mad at me because you making it sound like that I'm bashing women, and that's not the case. I'm keeping it real. I mean, we can keep it real about women as well, Tree. I mean, we can. Just stop that. You know good and well that chick looked in that box. You know she did. I mean, just stop. And she don't know where she took it? Come on. And you know good and well, that Suzanne Summers looked like she got a pack of lunch meat under her neck. You know it. Oh, I kill me. You're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, man. We get back from the break, I'll tell you number 3 on my list of second top 5 sitcoms of the 70s. And at some point, man, we got to talk about Nick Saban and what's going down at Alabama with a prize recruit / player. We'll do that coming back, man. Yeah, I mean, if you're new to the show, once again, I got to remind people, if you're new to the Doug Stewart Show, this is what we do every day. This is what we used to do on the 2 Live Stews. We keep it real. We have fun. We talk about things that a lot of people are shy away from. I mean, that's what we do. Sports talk, guy talk in particular. And so women, if you listen, don't get offended. I mean, you signed up for this. You did. If you're listening, you basically signed a waiver form that you're going to have to understand and try to get what we are talking about in this show because it's dude talk. All right? All right? Don't go away. Keep it locked. This is the Doug Stewart Show. Hour number 2 coming up. First of all, thank you for listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Now, if you've been listening for a while, you know that we've grown exponentially over the first couple of months. Whether that's listens, whether that's followers, we're blowing up, and you can be a part of it. If you have a company out there and you like to promote on the Doug Stewart Show, we'd love to partner with you. Here's what you do. Email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Once again, that's doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Whether that's locally, regionally, or nationally, we can get the word out. What you're talking about is middle-aged dudes that love sports and love exciting sports talk. Once again, email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. That's doug@thedougstewartshow.com, and we will put you out there. All right? That's doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Let's do some business. Yes!
The Doug Stewart Show.
The place where the real players play.
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service.
The Doug Stewart Show.
That's a brand name. Like Pepsi, that's a brand name. I stand behind it. I guarantee it.
The Doug Stewart Show.
If you ain't stewing, what the hell are you doing? Yeah! This your boy Doug Stewart for my folks at System 5 Electronics. They're proud to offer my listeners here in the Metro Atlanta area all the way down to Macon, Georgia, the most affordable home security monitoring systems, featuring smart solutions for that busy lifestyle you lead for as low as $16.50 per month. Here's some of the reasons why you should choose System 5.
Hi, I'm Maceo Brown, President and CEO of System 5 Electronics. We take pride in making sure that security is the number one thing that we do. And thanks to you, the customer that has supported us, we have grown this company in Southwest Atlanta where we're creating jobs and opportunities.
Not only is their monitoring station here in Atlanta, but they also install the most advanced, up-to-date alarm systems where you can access cameras, lights, door locks, thermostats, and other devices remotely with your smartphone. 24/7 technical support, plus the lowest service call fees in the business. And check this. You own the security alarm system once it's installed. And you get direct access to the owner if you ever got a problem, Mr. Maceo Brown. Click on the banner on the Doug Stewart Show website or app for more details, or give them a call at 404-756-0736. Again, that's 404-756-0736, or online at System5ElectronicsInc.com. That's System5ElectronicsInc.com. The world's heavyweight champion of Sports Talk Radio. This is the Doug Stewart Show. The realest, trillest show in America, the Doug Stewart Show. This is hour number 2. It's a Tight to Death Tuesday. Doing what we do, man. Just having some fun. What's happening? Second top 5 sitcoms of the 70s. In honor of Suzanne Summers and Gabe Kaplan. Their birthdays, well, Gabe Kaplan's birthday is today. Suzanne Summer, Summers was on Dancing with the Stars last night, so it had me thinking about my second top 5 sitcoms of the 70s, because my first tier is obviously Sanford and Son, Good Times, huge fans of all those shows. So, number 5 on my list was Laverne and Shirley. Number 4 was Welcome Back, Kotter. And coming in at number 3 on my list is Alice. There's a new girl in town, and she's looking good. Wait a minute, that didn't sound right. Tree, jump on for a second. You're listening to the Doug Stewart Show.
You just really ruined my entire, that was my song, Douglas.
That didn't sound right, especially at the end. That sounded kind of Michael Sam-ish. But
Very
you get
much.
it. You were a fan of Alice. Me and you had this conversation a couple of weeks ago. I don't know why, but you were a fan of Alice. I was a fan of Alice. That was a great show.
I was. We were talking about it because we were talking about songs. And again, you're not in New Edition, so I need you not to do that.
I could have been or should have been. That's a long story. But yeah, Alice, great characters, man.
Linda Lavin is the actress.
Linda Lavin, that's right. Played Alice, son Tommy, her boss Mel, and they worked at Mel's Diner. Vera was the Dinwiddie dingbat type chick. And then you had Flo, Kiss My Grits. That's right. So Alice comes in at number 3 on my list of second top 5 sitcoms of the 70s. That's right. 404-382-0338. You can also email me at Doug@theDougStewartShow.com. Louisville junior forward Montrezl Harrell and sophomore guard Terry Rozier are going to get that money. They are declaring for the NBA draft. I really love the Harrell kid, man. Tough. I'm trying to think who's a player that he kind of reminds me of in the NBA. Real tough, real strong. He's really not the biggest guy in the world, but, I mean, going to play power forward in the NBA. Has a very good game on the blocks. I think the Harrell kid is going to be a great player in the NBA, man. A real solid player in the NBA. Kind of Draymond Greenish, but not with the skill set. Draymond Green can shoot some threes as well. But a tough defender, a guy that's going to battle in the paint, a guy that's going to do a lot of the dirty work. So congratulations to those guys for declaring for the NBA. Let me read, let me take a call. Call up. Thanks for calling the Doug Stewart Show. What's your name? Where you calling from? What you want to talk about?
What's up, D-Sto?
What up, Vern from Jersey? What up, Vern?
Oh, man, I'm just wiping the cold out my eyes. I happen to look at the screen, and I see Tree putting down a number, telling the women to call up. And then the women call up and talk about why we bashing.
Yeah, we not bashing.
It seemed like it was a planted job at one, but then at the same time, you was talking to a Fed, Doug.
Talking to who?
A Fed. She's a Fed. So, we gotta be kind of.
what?
We gotta be kind of a Fed. A Fed. FBI.
I hope not, man. I hope not, Vern. Because if she's a plant, if she's a narc or whatever, man, we are in trouble around here.
Well, I'm gonna do my thing, fizz out. You know what I'm saying? If she want to do her thing, we can do our thing together. We can work on weekends. You know what I'm saying?
Vern, let me ask you a question because you Mr. Jersey, New York, one or the other. I can't ever tell. Why do you think St. John's basketball has been down all of these years, and do you think Chris Mullin is going to bring it back?
The main reason is after Luke Second left, they was never able to get. Oh, they got one good coach, Jarvis, the brother.
Yeah,
and he had a couple of good years, but they chased him out because alumni, a little redness, you know what I'm saying, and they didn't like his flavor because he spoke his mind,
right?
But see, at the same time, what they got to do now, they got to bring people in there that had a name. Mullins had a name, but he's not a coach, so.
Vern, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm still here.
What happened? What the hell happened, Vern?
I don't know. I told you that's that Fed, man. But anyway, Muller's going to try to keep the players home. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because, Towns, if Mullers was coaching last year, he would have got Towns to come there. Because, Towns' father don't want him to play for nobody that don't have a name.
Right.
That's why he went out to Kentucky.
Right.
But, they trying to build back up the Big East, man, because, they destroyed us when everybody left because they played football in big conference.
Yeah.
But we'll be back. We'll definitely be back, man. And listen, bro, I'll keep an eye out on this stuff that Tree out here doing. You know what I'm saying? Because women trying to run this show now because Tree there. But we're not going to have that. You know what I'm saying?
We're not going to have it.
Doug Stewart show.
Yeah.
Not the Tree and the other women show. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Vern.
And with all that, my brother, I'm gone.
Hey, Vern, appreciate the call, Vern. Vern, call 443-820-338. Hey, man, I love when the ladies listen to the show. But the ladies got to understand that this is dude talk, first and foremost. I mean, period. So thank you for listening. We got new listeners every single day. I've been doing some new marketing. I've been telling you about that. So definitely, we welcome all. We welcome everybody. From Leon, let me read some of this chat here. I think her story is believable. In talking about Shayana Jenkins, if you date Aaron Hernandez since high school, you know not to ask too many questions. Thorny switched 3 minutes ago from Spreaker.com. Doug, she knows the game, and her man, she didn't look. Y'all really believe that? Y'all think that this chick in this car when she was driving all around town trying to find some place to get rid of this box, you don't think, because remember now, the box wasn't sealed. Like the box wasn't taped closed. The box was open. It was an open box. Okay? And so I guess maybe the flaps were leaned down over the top of it so she couldn't directly see inside of it. You think that this young lady is driving all over town, once again, with all the circumstances of the story and what's going on with her boyfriend since high school, you think for half a second she didn't peek in the box? You think she didn't pull out those old flaps and just take a little easy-weasy peek? You're absolutely crazy. No, especially not no black woman. I'm sorry. From Harvey Scott, Doug, anything's possible if OJ got off. Well, that's a different conversation. I don't even want to get into that. JB Jennings, Miss Jenkins know good and damn well that she looked in that box. Rough buff, laugh out loud, expert on black women. I am, more so than any other women. From Fred Mack, Shayana know damn well that wasn't no weed she was getting out of the house in that bag. I agree. Fat Boy McCoon, she opened the box though. Ain't no doubt about that. Fred Mack, I would have asked Shayana, does Aaron normally break/shatter his cell phone and destroy his surveillance equipment? Shayana know the game. If you don't look, you don't know. Now, is it a situation where you've seen it on TV a lot of times, you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, somebody will know something nefarious is going on, and so that they can't be a witness, and so that they can't technically verify it, they ask to be, kept out of it. Don't tell me anything. Stay, I don't want to know nothing. I guess technically that's the way to go if you're in her position. But did she look in the box? Oh, she looked in that damn box. I mean, there's just no way around that. She looked in the damn box. So for me, anything that she says after that loses all credibility. Everything that she says after that loses all credibility. Big Chief, case dismissed, Dougie. Cochran. K-Mac, a gun don't weigh 30 pounds, though, so it could have been weed. Fat Boy McCoon, she a ride-or-die chick. Harvey Scott, I believe her, Stu, laugh out loud. James, I was born in 78, which means my arms wasn't strong enough to turn the big knob on the TV. That's funny. That's funny, talking about these 70 sitcoms. Hey, when we get back from the break, man, we're going to talk a little bit about Nick Saban and what he had to do yesterday to a recruit at the University of Alabama, a player at the University of Alabama. And we'll read more of your chat, talk about the top 5 more as well. Don't go away, the Doug Stewart Show. You've been thinking about starting that online store, right? And you do know e-commerce makes billions a year. That's right. I said billions with a B, okay? A B. Well, just do it and do it right with my friends at AmeriCommerce. AmeriCommerce is an easy-to-use tool to sell anything online, on Facebook, and through mobile phones. Over 100,000 merchants and website owners have chosen AmeriCommerce to handle their stores and customers. They have the most in-depth features in the industry, which include multiple storefronts, website management from one console, a Facebook shopping application, a mobilized, optimized website, and much more. Don't let eBay, Amazon, and Zappos get all the money. Get your piece of the pie, too. Click on their banner link on the DougStewartShow.com or the app link for more details. First of all, thank you for listening to The Doug Stewart Show. Now, if you've been listening for a while, you know that we've grown exponentially over the first couple of months. Whether that's listens, whether that's followers, we're blowing up, and you can be a part of it. If you have a company out there and you like to promote on The Doug Stewart Show, we'd love to partner with you. Here's what you do. Email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Once again, that's doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Whether that's locally, regionally, or nationally, we can get the word out. What you're talking about is middle-aged dudes that love sports and love exciting sports talk. Once again, email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. That's doug@thedougstewartshow.com, and we will put you out there. All right? That's doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Let's do some business. Yes! Fantasy sports fans are winning huge cash prizes every day at DraftKings.com, America's favorite place to play daily fantasy sports. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Just pick your sport and draft your team. It's like a new season every time you play, so you're never stuck with the same players. Last year, $300 million were won at DraftKings.com, and you could be next to win big. Go to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code STU to play for free. That's STU for free entry now at DraftKings.com. Also, if you use promo code STU, DraftKings will match your initial deposit up to $600. Deposit $600, play with $1,200. DraftKings.com, promo code STU. Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. All right, now, I'm definitely going to talk about, Alabama and Nick Saban in the news. Had to let a player from his team go. We're going to get into that conversation. But what I'm going to do this segment, man, is I'm going to read chat. Because we got so much great chat, and I really do appreciate it. So that's what we're going to do this segment. And I'll also give you... maybe I won't do that. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Oh, but listen, let me mention this as well. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Make sure you sign up for your account on DraftKings, DraftKings.com. And once you do, there's going to be a section where you put in a promotional code. Put in a promotional code STEW, that's STEW. And me and DraftKings is going to match your deposit up to $600. So if you put in $600, you'll be playing with $1,200. So that's DraftKings.com. Use the promo code STEW. Also, make sure you join or ask to join the Doug Stewart Show Facebook group. That's right. It's the party after the party. So right after the show is done at 12 p.m. Eastern Time, continue the conversation on whatever we talked about today in the Doug Stewart Show Facebook group page, all right? And, that's what's up. That's what's up. 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. From that ninja, Doug, you stupid. What are you talking about? I'm not stupid. What did I say? Max Jones III. She's lying. She's riding for her dude. Oh, clearly she's lying. I don't care whatever, liberal way you try to look at it. She is lying. Talking about Shayana Jenkins, Aaron Hernandez's girlfriend. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Saying she has no clue what was in the box that Aaron Hernandez asked her to discard. And not only that, she rolled around town and can't remember where she threw it away at. Yeah, okay. From Rel Scott, Shayana Jenkins. Now, that ain't a ghetto name. That makes her guilty by association. Okay, come on now. Come on. That's not necessary. I mean, it's very ethnic. Shayana Jenkins is one step away from Shanae Jenkins. Wasn't Shanae's last name Jenkins on Martin? And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Yeah. I mean, bless her heart. Bless her mama heart to name to that. Texas Ty, I'm born in 88. So I'm on the bench on this top 5. Yeah, you definitely on the bench. Rough buff. But you know what? If you're a greenhorn and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, if you're a greenhorn, man, You can go back on YouTube and watch a lot of these shows. These shows would still be good today. Now, a lot of the stuff they may talk about will probably date them. But I'm telling you, man, open up your mind. In the famous words of one of them 70s, funk groups, free your mind and your ass will follow. Yeah, and so go back and listen or watch some of these shows, man, and I'm telling you about. I'm putting you up on game. These shows were great. These were fantastic shows, and they don't do sitcoms like they used to anymore. Like the heyday of sitcoms, once again, was in the 70s. And I got a great honorable mention list here as well. I'm talking about the second top 5 sitcoms of the 70s. You're talking about these top 5 sitcoms, my honorable mention list, as well as the first top 5 sitcoms of the 70s, including Good Times and Sanford and Son and Jeffersons and all of that. I mean, it was the golden era of sitcoms, the 70s. It was. From Rough Buff, Mocha is the only Sam fan in the chat. Mocha Bella, you a Michael Sam fan? Okay, and look at some Mocha Bella chat here. I love me some Sam on Dancing with the Stars, but he is wrong for saying that there are other NFL players who are gay. He should have kept that to himself. Okay, well, we agree. We're on the same page. But I kind of agree with Tree. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. When Michael Sam, is done with this Dancing with the Stars, and his phone stops ringing to work out for teams in the NFL, if these cats did call him and confide in him that, they're gay, I could see him dropping the beans. I could see him really, really just coming out with it and being like the greatest snitch in the history of snitches. I can see it. What's up, Tree?
So, first, he's a bitter queen is what he is. And this is how the conversation probably went. No one's going to just be like, hey, Michael, I got to tell you something. Because he doesn't have connects like that. But what I could see happening would be someone like, man, good looking out. I support you in what you did. It was really brave. And so he can take that and use that.
Right.
Because no one's going to sit down and have a press conference like he did.
Right. Yeah, I agree. But I do think at some point he going to start throwing some names out there. And as well, like Tree just said, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, the next step might not be just to all out just name people, but he might give what they used to call, it wasn't reading or English class. He might give some context clues where everybody in America will be able to figure it out. Dry snitching in effect. Yeah, I definitely believe that. Leon, Michael Sam is the Susan Lucci of the BPA Awards. Miss Mocha Bella, I love me some Michael Sam. I already read that one. Polo Negro, I was born in 86. Can't join in on the top 5 today. Griff, 8 minutes ago, or not, let me not read that part. Welcome back, Cotter. Good theme song. Great theme song. And that was another thing that kind of set apart the sitcoms from the 70s is all of their theme songs were legendary. And once again, because it was the heyday, we kind of remember them, going back from Welcome Back, Kotter to the Jeffersons to Good Times to all of those, And I just sung Alice a little bit earlier. Like, they're just so entrenched in our memories, man. I think that speaks to the volumes and the presence that they had on the lexicon of sitcoms of all time. From Harvey Scott. Doug, I told you last week that this ninja Michael Sam would do anything to stay in the spotlight. It's just a matter of time before he starts naming names. And he used a derogatory term for him right there that I probably shouldn't use, so I'm glad I didn't. From that ninja, dental situation, Tree, you stupid. Fat Boy McCoon, I don't think players came out to him. I think players just told him they applaud his courage to come out. And he was like, oh, they must be gay too. Yeah, Tree just talked about that just now. From CD Whistleblower. I can't stand ATL Housewives, but any gossip. Alabama King. I would still ride Chrissy Raw. Okay, now see, here you go right there. Here you go.
What?
The whole Doug Stewart Show Raw reference is going to live in infamy. You know that, right, Tree?
It has to. It has to. It is, and as I explained in the group chat last night, riding raw is deeper than even what we're talking about on the surface. So
riding
it has
raw,
to stay.
deeper. I see what you're doing, Tree. I see what you're doing, Tree. Riding raw and going deeper in the same sentence. I see. From Harvey Scott, Doug, this crap with the Falcons is exactly why I can't stand Goodell's punk ass. He'll find and punish the nonsense, but let the cheating-ass Patriots get away with murder. I'm not ready to agree with you on that point that he's going to let the Patriots get away with murder. I think the Patriots are such a high-profile team that the NFL is crossing their T's and dotting their I's. I'm not even going to be, and me being such the conspiracy theorist that I am, I'm not even going to believe that they're just going to let this whole Patriots, Deflategate thing just get swept under the rug. I think that they're crossing their T's and dotting their I's. I think they're being very meticulous because they have to have some type of evidence, which is going to be very hard to get. And I think that's part of the equation as well, is that it's going to be hard to get the evidence to prove that the Patriots are doing this, I don't know whether it's promising a witness, some type of immunity or to keep his name secret or whatever. But proving this whole Deflategate thing is not going to be easy. And then add on top of it the fact that the Patriots have been one of the marquee teams in the NFL for so long. I don't think they want to find anything, but I think that they're just crossing their T's and dotting their I's, bottom line. From KC, Falcons were trying to drown out the noise from the dogfighting Vic had going on during halftime. Niner for life. Patriots and Cowboys always get with things, wonder why. Or get away with things, wonder why. It's part of the equation. It's definitely part of the equation, like I just mentioned a couple of seconds ago. I really don't think the NFL wants to find anything wrong on the Patriots, and then you can add the Cowboys into that equation as well because of their brand. Kiss my go to hell. I don't give a damn about Arthur Blank's pockets or McKay being around operations. That's true. That 5th-round draft pick is going to hurt, though. From Fred Mack, when was the last time the Falcons picked a Hall of Famer in the 5th round? That punishment ain't ish. Technically, I hear what you're saying, but they always value picks in the NFL so much. And you can go back. Maybe the Falcons haven't had success at a 5th-round draft pick turned to the Hall of Famer. But a lot of teams have had a lot of great players. I mean, hell, Tom Brady was a 7th-round draft pick. You don't know what you're going to get. You need every opportunity to pick players from college football for your team. You don't know what you're going to get. There's countless guys, and that's definitely a top 5 list that we can do at some point. There's been countless guys that have been picked in later rounds that have turned out to be all-timers. Just countless guys. Richard Sherman's about to be one of those guys. He's about to be one of those guys. He's about to be an all-timer, and I think he was picked in the 3rd round. Not the 5th round, but the 3rd round is still a place where you don't fully expect at the start of their career that they could possibly be a Hall of Fame type player. So, yeah, picks are very, very valuable. Very, very valuable. From Polo Negro, go Falcons, we got 90% black fans. You can't feed us all that tailgate food and expect us not to get the itis. What? Oh, that didn't sound good. From Kim Jane, Doug, you know you're wrong. Kiss my go to hell. Oh, yes, Falcons got off good. All the bandit. Doug said he was an expert on black women. There are no experts on that species. There are no experts on the species of black women. Okay. I don't know. That didn't sound good either. You said that, Leon, not me or Al the bandit. Leon, you don't just start shooting people. There's a criminal buildup. I can only imagine what kind of work she has been or seen Aaron do over the years. She knows not to look. It's called plausible deniability. That's exactly right. Yeah, Aaron Hernandez is accused of killing a couple of people. This is just the first trial on murders that he allegedly has committed. And she's been his girlfriend since high school? Yeah. She like Bonnie to her Clyde. Or whatever the way it goes. Bonnie and Clyde, yeah. She's ride or die. She is ride or die. All right, when we get back from the break, we're going to talk about this story coming out of Alabama, the Alabama football program. I'll read more of your chat. I'll tell you who number 2 is on our list of top 5 second-tier sitcoms of the 70s. Don't go away. This is the Doug Stewart Show. This your boy Doug Stewart for my folks at System 5 Electronics. They're proud to offer my listeners here in the Metro Atlanta area all the way down to Macon, Georgia, the most affordable home security monitoring systems, featuring smart solutions for that busy lifestyle you lead for as low as $16.50 per month. Here's some of the reasons why you should choose System 5.
Hi, I'm Maceo Brown, President and CEO of System 5 Electronics. We take pride in making sure that security is the number one thing that we do. And thanks to you, the customer that has supported us, we have grown this company in Southwest Atlanta, where we're creating jobs and opportunities.
Not only is their monitoring station here in Atlanta, but they also install the most advanced, up-to-date alarm systems where you can access cameras, lights, door locks, thermostats, and other devices remotely with your smartphone. 24/7 technical support, plus the lowest service call fees in the business. And check this. You own the security alarm system once it's installed. And you get direct access to the owner if you ever got a problem, Mr. Maceo Brown. Click on the banner on the Doug Stewart Show website or app for more details, or give them a call at 404-756-0736. Again, that's 404-756-0736. Or online at System5ElectronicsInc.com. That's System5ElectronicsInc.com.
The best of the Doug Stewart Show.
And we're getting a lot of chat because Tree made a comment and used the term have sex raw. And just like you cavemen dudes that listen to this show, y'all eating that up.
If you're going to say it right. It's ride raw.
Ooh. Okay, see that, Tree? You can't do that. William Mack, I'm torn on whether or not to nominate Dwight Howard for garnishing his baby mama's bank account for violating a gag order. She was wrong for mentioning his name on that bootleg show, but come on, man. That's the mother of your child? Yeah, and I read this story, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. And it does seem very petty. Dwight's got $1 gazillion, and this chick clearly is just trying to keep her name relevant so that she can continue to get roles on reality shows.
I mean, we talked about this before, and you all jumped on the woman when she ain't trying to work. She's trying to work. Okay.
But she broke the rule. She broke the agreement, Tree. She can get a job. I mean, I guess it'd be less. It'd be harder for her to get a job if she doesn't intermingle Dwight Howard conversation into the talk.
What kind of job can she get that's going to accommodate the lifestyle that he created for her?
Oh, here you go.
Hey, welcome to Chick-fil-A.
What Chick-fil-A it is then? She not attached to dude anymore.
She is forever attached to dude because she rode raw.
Okay, now you really just playing with the people in the chat room and the listeners' emotions. Okay, you know they just pervs like that and they like to hear you talk dirty. You didn't have to go there again 3 times a day on the show.
Yes, you once, twice, 3 times a lady.
Sports Talk. Straight, no chaser.
What is 911 Tax Relief? It's a tax relief company that can help you reduce or remove your IRS or state tax debt. They'll help stop bank levies and wage garnishments by implementing offers and compromise or penalty abatements. 911 Tax Relief is a tax relief company, but they're different from the others. Their experts are licensed, enrolled tax agents, and they also have more than 12 years' experience helping people solve their tax problems. They're a tax relief company that understands how the IRS works, and they'll also put that knowledge to work for you, so they can get you the best possible settlement or solution to your tax problems. Highly rated by the Better Business Bureau, and they've helped thousands of people solve their tax problems. So, don't play around. Click on their link on my website and let 911 Tax Relief help you in your situation with Uncle Sam. Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. Make sure you go to my Twitter account, @The Doug Stewart Show, and retweet today's lucky tweet. And, if you need tickets to anything in the world, and I mean anything in the world, check out my man Smooth at smoothtickets.com. Make sure you tell him I sent you. That's smoothtickets.com. 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedugstewartshow.com. You've heard the story about Alabama coach Nick Saban not apologizing for signing Jonathan Taylor. But he did say on Monday that he's very, very sorry for the way things worked out. You know about this kid, Jonathan Taylor. He was actually with the University of Georgia. He got kicked off the team. Alabama gave him a quote-unquote second chance in January, a year after being dismissed from Georgia once again. Talented player, one of the top defensive linemen out there, 6'4", 335 pounds. They just don't grow 6'4", 335-pound guys on trees, okay? And so this is a second assault, domestic charge, violence charge levied against this kid. And so they had to kick him off the team. And in effect, people are kind of outraged that Nick Saban says that, you know, they wanted to give the guy a second chance and that they're going to continue to give people that make mistakes second chances. And it's kind of coming across kind of disingenuous by people that, you know, and let's just be honest. I mean, the reason they gave this guy a second chance is because he was a supremely talented football player. That's understandable. That's the business that Nick Saban and Alabama is in, is football and good football players. So I really don't have a problem with anything that Nick Saban said. Now, did it come across kind of harsh? It almost sounded defiant to his critics. And you got to remember, this was kind of like grandstanding for future recruits and for the players on his team right now to let them know that he supports players. So in a way, he kind of steered it to the direction of taking care of my players, and I'm always going to have the interests of the players at hand, but I'm also a disciplinarian at the end of the day. So I didn't really have a problem with it at all. I understand, you know, do I believe that he more so gave this kid another opportunity, just the fact that he was trying to breed this great human being? Not as much as I believe he gave this kid a second opportunity because he's a good football player. So what are your thoughts on that? 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedugstewartshow.com. And we're also talking about the top 5, or the second top 5 sitcoms of the 70s. Number 5 on my list was Laverne and Shirley. Number 4, Welcome Back, Carter. Number 3 was Alice. And coming in at number 2 was Three's Company.
Come and knock on our door. Come and knock on our door. We've been waiting for you.
We've been waiting for you.
Where the kisses are hers and his.
Three's Company, too. I used to love that show. Used to absolutely love Three's Company. Y'all know, what was his name on the show? His name on the show was Jack Ritter. I can't remember his real name right now, the guy that played Jack. He's dead. He's gone on to glory. He's actually died a couple of years ago of like a sudden heart attack, something crazy like that. So R.I.P. to him. Then you had Chrissy. Then you had Janet. Then you had Mr. Furley. And I swear to you, I don't have any notes in front of me with these names of these people. But it's crazy how I remember all their names so well. You had Mr. Furley and his crazy-ass wife. And so, yeah, Three's Company was a cool TV show, man, back in the 70s. So that comes in at number 2 on my list of second-tier top 5 sitcoms from the 70s. Yes, ma'am.
You remember Mr. Furley's wife?
Yeah, I remember her.
She used to like to have some sessions a lot as well. Do you remember that about her?
Yes. She used to ride Raw, too.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah, her list of demands was long.
Yeah, Mr. Furley would never give her any.
He was afraid of her.
He was afraid of her. She was like a sexual animal in the bedroom.
But Jack's name was John Ritter.
John Ritter, that was his name. Jack Tripper on the show, and John Ritter. He died a couple years ago, like a massive heart attack, man. You got to take care of yourself. and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Yesterday, got the news. This is a guy I didn't really know well, but we were a very cordial guy I went to college with, knock on wood, man. He passed away suddenly, man, at the age of like 45, same age as me pretty much. Just sad stuff. When you get to our age, I'm talking to the older cats again, and you younger cats, you get an education on the Doug Stewart Show, man. Take care of yourself, man. You got to start watching what you eat. You got to try to work in just a little bit of exercise a day. I mean, just walk around the block for like 30, 45 minutes or something like that, man. I mean, why not? Just real tough, man. I hate to hear about guys dying in their 40s, man. Just tragic. More of this chat here from Gary Joyner, the Honeymooners. Damn, you went way back. The Honeymooners is what, 60s? Might even be 50s. I don't know. The Odd Couple. Yeah, I remember the original Odd Couple. You remember the second rendition of the Odd Couple was done by Damon Wilson, a.k.a. Lamont from Sanford and Son, and Ron Glass. And Ron Glass, what would you know Ron Glass from? He played in a lot of things.
Barney Miller.
Yeah, he was in Barney Miller. He was the black guy on Barney Miller. And he also was the blind guy trying to sell the Evans family some encyclopedias. Right, Ron Glass. So they did like a New Day Odd Couple, and it didn't work out too well. And number 3 on this list is Happy Days. Number 4, Mork and Mindy. Number 5, Cheers from my man Gary Joyner. That's a good list from Fred Mack. And when was the last time a woman did something her man told her to do without who, what, where, and why? Exactly, Fred Mack. When the last time you know a woman, in particular a black woman, to take some to take some demands from a man and not ask a million questions? Who, what, when, why? Why you got me doing this? Why you doing this? Where am I taking this? Why you got me doing this? What time is it? Where am I at? What's going on? Wait. That's exactly how Shanae Jenkins would sound in real life. And you know good and damn well she asked all those questions when dude called up in the middle of the night. Huh? Why you got me doing this? Where you want me to take this stuff? What time is it? Why you calling me this late? Exactly right. You summed it up for me, Fred Mack. Who you want me to go meet? What am I doing? Where am I going? Why am I doing this? Huh? Who? What? When? Where? Why? Especially black women. What, Tree? What?
I mean, you are annoying as hell today.
I'm just keeping it real. I mean, what black woman you know not going to ask a million questions in this scenario that they were all caught up in, Tree?
You feel good about yourself now, sir?
Oh, whatever.
Go ahead and pat yourself on the back. Here's the deal. She was with the dude since high school. After he didn't just develop habits of being
Tree,
thuggish.
I just need you to acknowledge that she looked in the box. I'm not saying whether she's right or wrong for riding or dying with this dude or not, but don't play us like Boo-Boo the Fool that this chick didn't look in the box.
Okay, Doug, you know what? Just like Dame Dash said, everyone needs a good woman. Men need a woman there to bring about reason and also to look out for your best interests. So, Douglas, in the spirit of that, she probably did look in the box.
That's all I wanted to hear.
There you go.
She probably should have just said no comment or plead the fifth or whatever. Can she do that? Probably not. I guess not. But yeah, she should have just pled the fifth. And the fact that they got her this immunity and all of this stuff, man, kind of says that she might even have been in it more than we even know, which is crazy. And this kind of reminds me of, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, if you watch American Crime, is that what it's called, Tree? American Crime Story?
Yes.
Yeah. Kind of reminds me of the little storyline with the black girl, the black guy and his girlfriend. Where
how does that remind you of that?
Because they ride or die. They ride or die. Like, no matter what, whenever they go in the courthouse, and you got to see the show to kind of understand what we're talking about. Whenever they go in the courtroom, they're always making googly eyes at each other, and they're just like Bonnie and Clyde.
Those are crack eyes. That's what she's doing.
Oh, yeah, that too. They are crack eyes as well. Yeah. 404-382-0338. You can also email me at Doug@thedugstewartshow.com. Yeah. American Crime comes on Thursday night. Good show. I think they've had like 4 episodes. Real good show. I'm intrigued by it a little bit. I am intrigued by it a little bit.
Did you watch Secrets and Lies this week?
I'm not caught up with that yet. They're like on the 5th episode. I'm on like episode 3.
Okay.
But I'm catching up.
Okay, very good.
I'm catching up. Yeah. And look at the time. Look at the time. The show is almost done again. I understand why y'all say we need to get a third hour. I understand. I get it. I mean, it's the funnest 2 hours on radio, man. The Doug Stewart Show. All right, when we get back from the break, I'll give you my number 1 sitcom of the 70s. Not, my top 5, my second top 5. We'll talk about the honorable mentions. I'll read more of your chat. And I want to ask Tree about a story that I read on one of the gossip sites. And saying the word gossip is almost breaking a man law, but you understand what I'm saying. So we get back. I'm going to ask Tree about Lawrence Fishburne's trifling ass. Get y'all thoughts on it. Y'all heard the story. Don't go away. This is the Doug Stewart Show. Fantasy sports fans are winning huge cash prizes every day at DraftKings.com. America's favorite place to play daily fantasy sports. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Just pick your sport and draft your team. It's like a new season every time you play. So, you're never stuck with the same players. Last year, $300 million were won at DraftKings.com, and you could be next to win big. Go to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code STU to play for free. That's STU for free entry now at DraftKings.com. Also, if you use promo code STU, DraftKings will match your initial deposit up to $600. Deposit $600, play with $1,200. DraftKings.com, promo code STU.
The Doug Stewart Show.
The place where the real players play.
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service.
The Doug Stewart Show.
That's a brand name. Like Pepsi, that's a brand name. I stand behind it. I guarantee it.
The Doug Stewart Show.
If you ain't stewing, what the hell are you doing? Yeah! What is 911 Tax Relief? It's a tax relief company that can help you reduce or remove your IRS or state tax debt. They'll help stop bank levies and wage garnishments by implementing offers and compromise or penalty abatements. 911 Tax Relief is a tax relief company, but they're different from the others. Their experts are licensed, enrolled tax agents, and they also have more than 12 years' experience helping people solve their tax problems. They're a tax relief company that understands how the IRS works, and they'll also put that knowledge to work for you. So they can get you the best possible settlement or solution to your tax problems. Highly rated by the Better Business Bureau, and they've helped thousands of people solve their tax problems. So don't play around. Click on their link on my website and let 911 Tax Relief help you in your situation with Uncle Sam. Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. We stepped off of this song. We came out to this song. The Q's, Zionside chapter, South Carolina State University. We came out to this song like in a step show in 92. Classic. And this song was like 20 years older than that time period. You're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, man. Thank y'all so much, man. Another great show. As usual, we do it every day, Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Do your boy a favor and pass the word. All right, tell one person. Just tell one person about the Live. It's the most real, the most trio, the most unfiltered sports talk show, guy talk show in America, the Doug Stewart Show. I really would appreciate it. Also, if you're a company out there and you like to partner with the Doug Stewart Show, we'd love to partner with you. We got some great sponsors right now, but we can always add another. We got much room to do that, all right? So if you'd like to do that, you think it's a great way to let people know about your brand, your company, whatever your product may be, email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Once again, that's doug@thedougstewartshow.com. All right, top 5 or second top 5 sitcoms of the 70s. Number 5, Laverne and Shirley. Number 4, Welcome Back, Kotter. Number 3, Alice, and it's Kotter. There's no R in it. Number 3, Alice. Number 2, Three's Company. And number 1, Happy Days. Sunday, Monday, happy days. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days. Thursday, Friday, happy days. What a day, what a day, living up with you. Oh, man. Fantastic. Fantastic show. Mr. C, Mrs. C, Joni, Chachi, Ralph Mouth, Potsy, Richie, obviously, little Opie Cunningham. Happy Days, fantastic sitcom. My favorite sitcom back in the day, back in the 70s. All right. 404-382-0338. Tree, jump on for a second. Ooh, let me tell you my honorable mentions, too. Cheers. Cheers gets a 1-up. They make my honorable mention. WKRP in Cincinnati. Classic 70s sitcom. Taxi. Y'all remember Taxi? Great sitcom as well. And All in the Family. All in the Family. Archie Bunker was a racist SOB, but it was a funny damn show. Norman Lear product. So, Tree, have you heard this story about Lawrence Fishburne?
I have.
Lawrence Fishburne, for people that haven't heard, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, his mama is about to be evicted from her apartment in Los Angeles. The lady's 80 years old, and her Social Security checks or whatever aren't enough to cover the cost for some reason, and she's received an eviction notice that they're going to put her ass out in the street, and she says that she hadn't talked to her son in over a year, and that her son won't return her calls, and she needs his help. Now, Lawrence Fishburne is in a movie every other month. And Lawrence Fishburne got money. Lawrence Fishburne is on one of the top TV shows on TV right now, Blackish. I think he's actually an executive producer, and he stars in it as well. There's got to be more to this story, right, Tree?
Exactly. I mean, please tell me that you're not, first of all, as a black woman, and you know a lot about us.
Yes, I'm an expert.
We could stretch $1, and she gets 3,000 of them in her Social Security check and her pension, according to the article. Now, for me, if I was his mama, you don't want to help me? All right, cool. She needs to downsize her lifestyle, perhaps, because her rent is $1,500.
Right.
Like, this is just basic. And so I'm not saying that Lawrence is right, but there's got to be more to it.
There's got to be more to it. Do you know how little of an apartment that has to be in L.A. with the cost of real estate in L.A.?
Exactly.
$1,500? $1,500 to buy you a damn mansion in Atlanta, but in L.A., that's like a closet.
So it is not his listen, again, I know that's his mama. I know some people going to be like, oh, Tree, you should. But here's the deal. If you won't help me, I'm going to damn sure help myself. And so I'm not saying it's easy to just get up and move, but there's this, I just find, again.
Tree, the lady is 80 years old, Tree. You're very harsh. Lawrence Fishburne should be footing this lady's bill. She should be in a mansion. She should be in a mansion off of his dime.
Crazy.
Now, I don't know what the personal situation is between those two, but maybe it's a situation where she used to abuse him or something. I don't know, but this doesn't make sense.
He cut his daughter off, Doug. He is a sink or swim kind of dude. I'm telling you, she did something. I'm not saying he's right.
But his daughter was taking her clothes off in porno films. I mean, that's a good enough reason to damn cut her off in my mind. But his mama, the lady that brought you into this world, it's like Kobe Bryant-ish. Kobe Bryant did the same type of thing.
But y'all don't know. Y'all only know what is being reported. That's the purpose. That's why you're here now. Because you weren't allowed to report, or it was skewed, or whatever the case is. So again, I'm not supporting Lawrence. I'm saying there has to be more to this.
You giving him the benefit of the doubt on this story.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. You're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. This is a Tight to Death Tuesday. Let me read more of your chat. Oh, jump back on one more time, Tree. I'm sorry. You read the story about Gucci Mane. If you haven't heard, Gucci Mane, a rapper from Atlanta, reps Atlanta, allegedly had his cookies taken in jail. And there's this official-looking document going around the internet, and I think TMZ actually reported on it as well. They took his cookies in jail, allegedly. I don't believe that. The document didn't look that official. There was no mention of Gucci Mane, and this sounds like one of those scandalous rumors. I hate this type of stuff. Urban legend, yeah.
Well, it scared the hell out of me. I had to pull my son to the side. He's 12, by the way. Mom, what are you talking about?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
I just had a talk with him because it was devastating to read. I don't care if it ain't about damn Gucci Mane, whoever the hell it's about. It scared me to death.
Oh, yeah. You need to definitely get your kids to watch First 48 or some of those cop shows like that and let them know what happens when you break the law. I mean, you could get your cookies taken by grown-ass men. And that's not cute. That's not cute at any time. I mean, no matter what. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. All right, thanks, Tree. Corporate brother, why does Aaron Hernandez girl look like a little Bow Wow in drag? She has some truly manly features. That's why Aaron killed old boy. He was going to tell everybody she was born a dude. Oh, no, here you go. Conspiracy ninja. From CDC whistleblower, Fantasy Island for me, I mean Fantasy Island. But Fantasy Island wasn't a sitcom, though. I don't. Was Fantasy Island considered a sitcom? Not so much. I don't think so. William Mack. Remember Mike Piazza held the press conference to announce he was not gay? I remember that. Max Jones. Sam better not drop dime. Yeah, dry snitching like a mofo. Can we stop talking about that clown? Geesh. Miss Mocabella. Yes, it was, Doug. The 70s sitcoms were the best when I was growing up. Love Good Times. The Jeffersons, Three's Company. Laverne and Shirley. Did I have Laverne? Yeah, I had Laverne and Shirley at number 5 on my list. Happy Days, Welcome Back, Carter, Brady Bunch. That's right. I didn't even talk about Brady Bunch. Why didn't I put them on my honorable mention list? So Brady Bunch as well. Gary Joyner, Barnaby Jones theme song by Quincy Jones. James the Truck Driver. Maybe we'll do that on another show as well. When you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, we'll talk about 70 sitcom, best theme songs. Intros. James the Truck Driver. I can see it now at a Stewart Media remote. There will be a Ride It Raw mechanical bull ride laugh out loud. Yes, sir. I like that. I like that idea. And for people not from Atlanta that don't live in the Atlanta area, bull riding has become very popular in the city for some reason over the last couple of years. So a lot of these sports bars, and I mean hood sports bars too, have got these mechanical bull contraptions set up in the bar, and they have like contests, and it's like a big thing. It's the craziest thing ever. This is the last place that you'd see patrons of a sports bar, or you would think you'd see patrons of a sports bar compete in a bull riding contest. Atlanta. I mean, it's just the absolute last place. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir! Are you not entertained? Man, I mean, this is the most fun 2 hours of the day for me, man. The Doug Stewart Show. Thank you so much for joining your boy. Thank you, Tree. Yeoman's work today, Tree. Thank you so much. Waterhead Walter. Dwayne Bassan, Gerald Oliveri, all of my engineering guys, thank you so much for doing what you do. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. And shouts out to all of the Stewies in the chat room. Yes, sir. All of the new listeners, make sure you pass the word and tell people about the Doug Stewart Show Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Time. The funnest show on turf. We'll do it again tomorrow, the same Doug Stewart time, same Doug Stewart channel. Peace.